Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell and this is The Inspiration Show. Now we have a very special show today. We're actually in Hawaii at the moment. So if you can hear those waves crashing in the background, it's because the water is kind of just there. It's a stone's throw from where we are. And you know what? Sometimes it amazes me the randomness of things that happen and the people that we meet when we're traveling. Now one of those random events is actually meeting Mercedes Maidana. So hi Mercedes, how are you?
Hi Natalie, I'm doing good, thank you.
Now I heard Mercedes' story yesterday, which is so inspirational and has so many lessons for us to learn that I had to have her on the show, which is why I've grabbed her right now so that she can sit here and record this video with us. So Maidana, Mercedes, you know that with the Passion Peeps videos we ask everyone the same 5 questions.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is that, you are really living your life of passion, but it wasn't really an easy road for you, and your story is so inspirational and there's so many lessons in it. Can you share with us what your story is?
Well, it's a long story, but I try to make it short for you.
Yes.
I come from a big city, from Buenos Aires, in Argentina. I grew up in a city, and I never had too much contact with the water until I was 21 years old. That was 9 years ago, so you can do the math and know how old I am now. And at age 21, I went through a big crisis in my life, something very dark that I went through. And I was really depressed, and I was pretty much numb, and I couldn't do anything. So one of my friends took me out of the country, and she invited me to go to Brazil to have a little holiday. And that's where I discovered surfing, just by random coincidence, if you want to call it. And since I touched a surfboard, everything changed, and I just couldn't stop doing it, and I fell in love with the sport. And that took me to actually realizing that that was my passion and my call in life. So I started traveling the world, trying to become a better surfer and surf different spots. And I was basically trying to find a place where I could live, where I would have a beach and waves and surf every day, because I come from a city that is 4 hours away from the ocean. And everybody around me thinking that I was absolutely nuts, because I left everything I was doing. I had a little company there, a clothing company, and I just closed it down, and with that money I went travel the world to surf. And nobody would understand it around me, like, what are you doing? How can you leave your family, your friends? What you accomplish in this country, and going with what? With a backpack. And I've been just following my dream and knowing that I wanted to surf every day of my life. And eventually, a few years later, I ended up in Hawaii, here. This is my beloved home now.
Yes.
Here's where my heart is also. And since I came to Hawaii, another passion developed, that was big wave surfing. As you know, here we have the biggest waves in the world.
Yes.
And the best breaks. And year by year, I started getting more confident and more enthusiastic about surfing bigger waves. And I realized that that was my real passion, to be a big wave surfer. So that's what I'm doing now after a few years of surfing.
Great, because I often find it's like one event or like a series of events that get you from being depressed to following your passion of being a big wave surfer. And I know that there's not many girls that actually participate in this sport. So what was that specific event, or what sort of led you to where you are now?
It was a broken heart event.
Yeah.